Okay, so my name is Rafael Ben. I'm working with the Climate Investment Funds for the ESRA program, which stands by Scaling Up Renewable Energy Program for Low-Income Countries. And we are here today at the presentation of the multi-tier framework access to find out the first findings for Kenya and actually also for Rwanda. So I'm very happy here to listen to the lessons learned and from that country we are funding through the SREP 27 pilot countries, among them Kenya and Rwanda, with the multiple activities in off-grid and mini-grid space. And so it's very exciting to learn how the multi-tier framework is improving, also the decisions in this field. So.
All right, thank you for having me. My name is Murefu Barasa, and I work for a consulting company called EED Advisory. We are based in Nairobi, Kenya. How we define ourselves is we are a multidisciplinary consulting company with service offerings in energy, water, and climate change. And we have been the company that was selected to actually carry out the multi-tier framework survey in Kenya.
So I was listening to the presentation, very exciting, and so actually you pointed out some various challenges, and it's really a matter of how you. I think the basic question is how do you define and when you get to the ground to ask the questions, how you basically are going to use that conclusions to improve the policy designs and to make it a practical decisions. So I think my main question is what was the main challenge you faced now when you were designing and implementing the survey. So to keep it in mind, to make this survey useful for the future.
So one of the obvious challenges is you have this tension that the survey needs to be global, in the sense that you need to collect data that can be compared across countries, but at the same time you need the data to be relevant to the local context. And there are various local context issues that may not apply as ease across countries. So clearly one of the challenges we are facing is to balance the two so that we have data that can be appreciated users by local stakeholders, but at the same time it's relevant to a global audience. So that's number one. And number two is a very extensive survey. So it's a national survey. We had to go to all the 47 counties in Kenya. We had to work with multiple stakeholders, both in government, private sector. We used some enumerators who are on the ground working with local organizations, because as you go around it's very important to work with enumerators that not only speak the local language but understand the local culture and the dynamics. So that's number two, so very extensive. Then number three is now after you've collected the data, what do you do with it? Because one of the things that clearly stood out is that it's a lot of data. It's massive. It's a massive data set. So how do you manage that so that you maximize on the resources that have already been invested?
So so you have started with the first 14 counties, right? That are more difficult for them to get the grid in the future, right? So the plan is now to move to the complete set of counties, and are you do you want to change to tailor, do in a bit different way the service based on the different counties baselines?
So we've actually completed the entire country, but we prioritize the 14 underserved counties because the government and the World Bank needed this data to design a program called the Kenya Off-Grid Solar Access Program. So this program was coming on stream towards the end of 2016, and so they said collect data from these underserved counties first, because then it will inform our program. And after that, we've gone across the country, we've collected all the data. So obviously we collected data from the 14 counties, we cleaned it and provided preliminary results. But now we've just completed data for the whole country, and we're working on finalizing that as well.
Very good. Thank you very much.